This is Dr. Bryan Weinstein. I'm a psychiatrist practicing psychiatry for over 25 years. I founded and am medical director of Summit Psychiatric Services as well as Life Skills Village. This is a week of holidays, spiritual holidays, Easter and Passover, and I'm trying to tie in, the meaning of these two very important religious holidays with, the current situation that we find ourselves in with the COVID-19 virus, and trying to, think about some meaningful elements that we should be mindful of and meditate on as we are struggling with this very terrible thing that's happening to our society. Um, one of the missions, one of the core values in Summit Psychiatry is warmth and dignity. These are two extremely important values. So warmth and dignity are something that we strive for, not just with our fellow colleagues and our staff and our employees, but more importantly with our patients. I think about how a patient is treated when they go onto a psychiatric unit. I mean, I've worked in psychiatric units, and it's incredible to me how a psychiatric patient, a patient suffering from mental illnesses, how they're treated by the staff and by the doctors. It's quite repulsive. They are not treated with dignity. They are treated as second-class human beings. And so imagine, they've got this profound mental illness, and they come for care, and they're treated so poorly. Imagine how you'd feel if you had a physical illness and you come into the hospital. If you were treated half as bad as these psychiatric patients are on a psychiatric unit, you would be up in arms. So being able to treat patients with dignity is paramount to how we approach our patients at Summit Psychiatry. But how does this tie into the week for us as we approach Easter and Passover? I was thinking about dignity. I mean, dignity is something one gives when they have kind of respect for someone, right? A big, hero comes to your home, somebody with, a high degree of influence comes to your home. You treat them with dignity. Uh, you know, Conversely, a homeless person comes to your home. Maybe you wouldn't treat them with dignity. But what we should do as we approach this week is understand that every human being deserves the same level of dignity. So let's focus on two big heroes this week in our as we approach Easter and Passover. Well, the first person that we should talk about is Jesus Christ, right? I mean, he was a carpenter. The second person that we kind of embrace this week in Passover is Moses. He was a shepherd. Now, neither of these positions are high paying positions. Neither of these positions in our society would necessarily garner dignity. Would we approach these two human beings, both a shepherd and a carpenter, with dignity? Would we treat them the same way we might treat a basketball hero or an actor? Would we give them dignity and warmth? Maybe not. Nevertheless, certainly Jesus and Moses were quite important heroes in our spiritual journey, how we approach our life. So they were our guides, and yet not the biggest job roles there. So interesting what God is really trying to tell us. That in fact, it's not about what you do, it's who you are. And therefore, every single human being has the capacity has the capacity for dignity and warmth, and every single human being should be treated that way. So that's an important lesson, and I think we need to really meditate on that and be mindful of that. So everybody we approach should be approached with dignity. And lastly, what are we seeing? Who are our heroes today? Our first responders, our nurses, our doctors. What about the waste removal people? What about the teachers? What about the people at the grocery store serving you your much needed food? The people in the carryout, the people who are delivering your carryout. Those are today's heroes. In fact, these are the people that we should really give a lot of warmth and dignity for, right? And we're not hearing so much about the basketball star or about the actor. Are they really our heroes? Um, in our society 14 days ago, they would be. And we would give them dignity if they were to show up at our dinner table. Maybe not so much the guy who takes our garbage out, but who are the heroes today? And this is the lesson we should be learning. And this is what we should be mindful that the true heroes, first of all, is every one of us. And secondly, the true heroes are the ones that we really do rely on and the people that we really do need. Are we giving them dignity? Are we giving them warmth and respect? Those are our true heroes. I wish everybody a happy and healthy holiday. Find spirituality in this troubling time. And I hope everybody stays healthy and stays well. Thank you.